Hey everyone, I'm the Rev, and I'm still loving Le Mans Ultimate Online. This week's daily race took us to Sebring in the GT3 fixed category. Now this car combo was fantastic, it's such a technical little track, really enjoyed it. So we jumped into the GT3 McLaren. Is this the best GT3 McLaren online at the moment? Well, I would say it's up there. I really enjoyed my time with it. It's a fantastic car, fantastic track. I hope you enjoy. And where I should be on the start. Keep that pit limiter on. Right, watch the speed, watch for the green lights. No heroics into turn one, clean race. Let's go. Decent reactions for an old man. Swallowed up a little bit there, but I was being tentative because I don't want contact with people. Little bit of a nudge on the right hand side. I don't want to be involved in people's accidents. You know what they're like. Don't make contact with the BMW. Right, let's go, let's go. Let's settle down now, Rev. Settle down, let's go. I was far too tentative from the start. Let's have a look at it from the outside cameras. I'm desperate to not get caught up in a turn one incident, but I'm on the brakes far too early, which allow other cars to swallow me up. A little bit of contact with the McLaren on the right hand side, but we're just going to watch this group as they're on the brakes into the left hander. Little bit of contact between them, nothing too major, and we're safely through. Let's get on with the race. There's some contact there, you can hear it, you can hear it, you can see it on the radar. We'll stay up here with this BMW. In this sim, more than any sim I've ever played, you have to be really careful with the tyres on the first couple of laps. They're not up to temperature, and you can do stupid things like that. That's my fault. My fault, getting on the throttle too early, watching the guy on the left-hand side. My bad guys. Right, 13th, let's go. We started 10th, but we're down to 13th. There's a long way to go yet though, 18 minutes. Plenty can happen in 18 minutes. Don't come flying in there too fast. Stick with these guys. Try and get a race. Let's go. This is my new nemesis, the final corner at Sebring. I was struggling with this corner. If you're watching this video and you can give me any tips on the line into the last corner, then please do so. Leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to get some feedback. He managed to tuck that in nice and tight. No daft moves, no just throwing it up the inside. The guy behind, he's going for an excursion. I know we've got to make some places up, but there's a long way to go yet. Let's stick with him. Try not be the one that causes any big accidents. Like that guy there, just steaming up the inside. What are you doing? I can't disappear. Honest to God. You're going for a clean race and you can't get one. I will go back to that contact with the McLaren shortly, but right now there's a bit more action coming up as I make another error. I've done it again in exactly the same place. That's twice now, you moron. Oh, he's going for an excursion too. Oh my word. Well, do you know when I said settle down? Yeah, I've not really done that. I can't say I followed my own advice. Reverend, any chance at all you could just settle down a little bit? I just don't think it's in my personality to settle down.
Just start putting a few laps together.
I'll try, but I make no promises.
Got another yellow flag. Well, we're up to 11th. Can we do anything else from here? Let's see.
So let's take this opportunity to have a quick look at that contact with the McLaren. As you can see, watch the McLaren on the right hand side in the mirror. He comes steaming up the inside. That leaves a gap for me. I go up the inside and he turns into me. I don't quite understand that one, I'll be honest. But let's get back to our race.
In a little bit too deep there. 1.7 the gap. Can we bring it down or is it going to go up? Let's see.
We're on lap 3 now. The tyres are up to temperature, as are the brakes. We've no excuses. We need to start winding a bit of pace on Rev. Come on.
It's gone up to 2 seconds.
We're looking at a good solid green first sector. However, he's still pulling away from us. So there's work to do, Rev.
Back down to 1.8. That wasn't my finest first sector. Let's hope these lads can keep battling up ahead.
Now that everything's up to the right temperature, we can brake on the 300 metre board, rolling off the brake towards the apex and getting straight on the power.
I've just gone into there a little bit too deep too.
Only a touch though, Rev. This is going to be a much better lap. Still not fast enough, but better.
And again, just a little bit too deep. If I can sort that out, I'll be cooking with gas.
On Le Mans Ultimate, you have to keep the car balanced. When you come off the brake, you must be straight on that throttle, even if it's only 15%, just to keep the car balanced and settled, and that way then you don't spin it on corner exit. That's something that I've learned over time, so that's a little tip for you. Give the car a little bit of throttle just for balance.
This has been so untidy from me now. Just overdriving the car all the time.
I'm still learning on Le Mans Ultimate, still learning the field, the physics, the force feedback, but overall I really love it. It's fantastic, it feels great and I find it really enjoyable, and it's really rewarding when you put a good lap together, which I'm sure I will do at some point with a bit of luck.
Come on, Rev. 2:05, not good enough, needs to be in the 4s.
Those 2-minute 5-second laps were not good enough. I was going to have to bring that time down, and luckily I was able to do that and get in the low 2-minute 4s, which is just what we needed to get on the back of these McLarens.
Short shift to 3rd, seems to have got me a bit of traction. That's better.
If I could just get a 2-minute and 3-second lap, that would be the fastest I'd ever been at Sebring on Le Mans Ultimate. So that's what we were working towards, and we were already a 10th up on this lap. Come on, Rev, pull your finger out.
So rewarding to drive these cars, though they really are. LMU doing a fantastic job. 10 minutes to go, come on.
I was certainly pushing, I was growing in confidence, and I thought I could get onto the back of this group of McLarens ahead. We were up on this split and we were on for our best lap yet.
Try and go for a lap in the 2-minute and 3s, which would be my fastest lap ever.
I watched a video this week of Dave Cam doing this very combo, and he was in the low minute 2-minute and 3s, 2-minute and 3.1 I think it was. So I needed to try and get into the 2-minute and 3s just for my own self-respect really, which I was quite confident with a bit more practice I could do.
Decent traction. He's definitely catching the McLaren ahead of him. Oh, he's gone for the spin. He's gone for the spin. That's held him up a bit.
Now was the chance. Could have closed the gap to the McLaren ahead. Come on, Rev.
Just knocked us off our game a touch, but we're within half a tenth. 9 minutes. Come on, let's go.
The spinning McLaren had just put me off a touch, so I was going to need a brilliant last corner if I was going to get in that 2 minute and 3. Keep your eyes left for the spinning BMW rejoining.
Another spinner. Safely rejoining.
That time was a
2:04. Come on, keep him in there. Keep him in there.
We might not have broke into the 2 minute and 3s, but it was still a decent pace, and I think before the end of the race I was confident that I could get one in there. The first sector's all important at Sebring. Braking for the left-hander. Try and throw the car as far as you can to the right. Don't be too eager on the throttle. Wait, nail it. And rocket up to the tight right-hander.
He's back up to 0.9, so he's done a better first sector than me. But we are up to 7th.
We started 10th, went down to 13th, but we're back up to 7th, and it's not finished yet.
He's continued to go right. He's continued right. We're up to 6th. We're flying. Go on, boys.
That's the mistake I was talking about that's really easy if you don't balance the car. In the slow corners, you just need a little bit of throttle just to settle the car. Once the car's settled down, then you can nail it.
2.6 to the Beamer. Can we do anything about that?
If we were going to do anything about it, it was going to take consistency. Consistent, decent times to close that gap down.
We're certainly going to give it our best. 6 tenths down on this lap. This lap's been garbage.
This lap was indeed garbage. This was going to be back in the high 2 minute and 4s, if not a 2 minute and 5.
He's pulling away. 1.6 the gap behind. 7 minutes to go. Can we hold on to this 6th place?
We were going to give it everything we could to try and catch this Beamer ahead, but I was very mindful that the McLaren behind was quick and was likely to be on top of us pretty quickly, so I was thinking about that too. I needed them lap times to be back in the 2 minutes and 4s very quickly.
That wasn't good enough.
Let's not beat around the bush, that was absolute garbage, and I needed to get it straight back down into the 2 minutes and 4s as fast as possible. We needed a decent first sector. But we're already down, so I don't think this was going to be the one, but I needed to try and recover what I could from this lap.
We both ran wide there a bit, and the gap's down to a second. Come on, Reverend, get it together.
The McLaren behind was chasing me all the way. We knew he was quick, but we were going to do what we could to hold on to this position.
Still a second the gap. Feel like this BMW driver's having an untidy lap.
The gap to the BMW in front was coming down all the time. Was there going to be another twist? Could we make any more places before the end?
Gap's down to 1.8.
6th was going to be a good finish after the horrendous start we got, but I would take a 5th if it was on offer.
Back up to 1.9. 0.8 the gap behind, so he's going to be on us pretty soon. You chase us, lad, you chase us.
I've certainly got form for concentrating more on the driver behind than hitting my own apexes and trying to move forward, so I was mindful that I didn't want to do that this race. I could get onto this BMW.
0.7, he's coming. He's coming. 5 minutes. Come on.
I certainly felt that I was still struggling with the last corner at Sebring, but on this particular lap, a short shift to 3rd gave me a bit more traction coming out, and I felt like that was the way to go for future laps.
0.9, come on.
So we're back in the 2 minute and 4s, but it was a 2 minute 4.4. Let's take those 4 tenths off again, Rev. Come on.
Not a bad first corner.
Nearly 2.5 tenths up. That was a fantastic first corner, Rev. Keep it there. The BMW's a little bit deep. We need this to be nice and neat and tidy.
He's had a really good first set to the lad behind. We'll try and concentrate on the beamer.
Look for that 300-metre board on the left, hit the brakes, trail off towards the exit, balance the car, nail the throttle. We're still up, we're still in the hunt.
Oh, we've got a McLaren here as well that's just appeared. No idea where from, too busy looking at everything else. Spinning plates here, boys, I'm spinning plates.
I have no idea where that McLaren came from, but it's done enough just to unsettle the BMW driver, and we're right onto him. Come on, we can get this, lad. However, it was always going to be tight with the McLaren chasing us from behind.
Another yellow flag somewhere. 3 minutes of this race left to go. He's spinning again. Come on, BMW, give us a touchdown here, mate. That means give me a toe, doesn't mean that to touch me.
Give us a touch is something we say in the north of England, which means give me a hand. So come on, BMW, give me a hand down the straight. Watch the McLaren in the mirrors. Nearly cleaned us right out.
That was close. That was very close indeed. Thought we were going to get clattered from behind.
With less than 3 minutes of this race to go, I just had to keep my pace where it was, and I could stick with this beamer.
A touch wide from the McLaren behind. Oh, rejoin.
Don't do anything stupid, Rev.
Of course he's going to close the door. Don't blame him. We're up to 5th somehow. Totally lost track of what's happening.
And whilst I lost track of what's going on, I find myself in 5th position with a couple of cars within touching distance, but it's going to be tight.
All these are getting argy-bargy. Oh, what's going to happen here, boys? We're right up the chuff for this beamer.
The Ferrari put a fantastic move on the BMW, but I didn't want to get too involved. The last thing I wanted was any contact.
Didn't have to cut the corner then because I couldn't see it. Be stupid to try and go up there.
I'd like to think that unlike a lot of online racers, I know when not to stick my nose into a gap that's just going to disappear, because it just doesn't end well for either of you.
BMW's on the ragged edge. Can we hold on to this 5th place? This has certainly been a race, boys.
If I could take a 5th position, or even better, I'd be absolutely made up. Starting 10th, dropping to 13th, we've done pretty well in this race, and I think it's been just through consistency after those early errors.
Luckily we're on the power nice and early. 1 lap to go, come on.
That time was a 2:06.62.
Cheers, mate. Oh, and he's lost it. He's pushing too hard, he's lost it. Big accident behind. I'll check the replay. But we've made him push at the very least.
We certainly had made him push, and he'd had a big error in turn 1, which cost him and the McLaren behind.
Come on, Rev, get your fastest lap of the race, why not? Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Try and get in the 2:03s.
That was the goal now, to get in the 2 minute and 3 seconds. I thoroughly enjoyed this race. It had been fantastic. LMU is brilliant.
Get back onto this beamer if we can. The last couple of corners.
Is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect. But in sim racing at the minute, there's something for everyone. You can jump onto a sim and race whatever you feel like. We've got such choice. I absolutely love it. And just at the minute, if I want to race online, Le Mans Ultimate, that's my go-to.
This is why you don't give up though, lads. We could have given up really early on there with a couple of daft spins. Driving like a muppet. But we've managed to settle down a little bit. Put some half-decent laps in. And make an half-decent race out of it. And this could be the fastest lap I've ever done round Sebring. That's all we're going for now. Fastest lap. Try and keep these 3/10.
We were so close. We just needed a good final corner to get in the 2-minute and 3s. The BMW goes in a little bit deep. We cut it tight.
Took it tight in the Beamer. He's done me. Well done, pal. Great racing. 203.929. Fabulous, mate. Well played. That's racing on LMU. Can you see why I'm enjoying it so much at the minute? The racing's really good. Really enjoying it. As always, I've been the Reverend. Thank you for watching.